The top 5 most brutal dictators in world history. World has seen extremely powerful first leaders whose values, style of leadership and work are celebrated till today. Same way, the world has also seen brutal tyrant dictators who became their own country's worst nightmare, who've brought terror into the peaceful minds of their own people. It is said that in the recent centuries, under the rule of these dictators, more people lost their life than any other national calamity. In this article, we've listed the top 5 brutal dictators of the world from the pages of history. Pol Pot, 1925 to 1989. Born Salazar was a Cambodian politician and communist dictator known for leading the Khmer Rouge from 1963 until 1997. In his rule, 25% to 35% of the population of the entire country, about 1 to 3 million people, were tortured and killed. In order to build an equal society, he forced urban people to work on farms into slave labor, where many suffered to death because of malnutrition, starvation, poor medication and executions. His cruelty not just stopped here. Workers who did mistakes were brutally tortured to death or shot, impaled with bamboo sticks and even hammered the head. He even ordered ones to cut babies' limbs. He died on April 15, 1989, where rumors say that he was poisoned or committed suicide. Kim Il-sung, from 1912 to 1994. Kim Il-sung was a communist dictator of North Korea and served as a president from 1972 to 1994. Reports from history say that he caused the death of about 3 million people. He executed the killing of all officers and rivals who fought with him the Korean War. During this time, his regime captured about 200,000 political prisoners and executed them in concentration camps. He was famous for killing anyone who speaks against the regime or even small mistake that could be dropping the picture of him on the floor. Number 3. Adolf Hitler, from 1889 to 1945. Adolf Hitler, known for his Nazi party and the atrocities and brutality during his dictatorship rule. He was a German politician, founder of the Nazi party, and also served as a Chancellor of Germany from 1933 to 1945. He became directly responsible for brutal torturing and killing of about 70 million people. He planned and executed extermination of majority of the Jews who found no fitting in his nationalist agenda. Anyone who was against and opposed to his rule was put into the concentration camps and killed brutally with poisonous gas chambers. It included majorly Jews, followed by Christians, Gypsies and mentally disabled. Number 2. Joseph Stalin, from 1878 to 1953. Joseph Vissarionovich Stalin ruled the Soviet Union as a dictator from 1920 to 1953. He is said to be the cause of more than 23 million people's death and said to be the most evil dictators in the world history. After the death of Lenin in 1924, Stalin emerged as the Soviet Union's new leader. His 5-year economic plan affected the country and caused severe famine, as he forced all labor-class people to join state farmer cooperative. In Ukraine alone, this has caused death estimates about 3 million people. Whoever opposed the farmer cooperative got their land seized or brutally killed or deported. The survivors were poor to labor camps, which can be compared to the concentration camps of the Nazis. These labor camps pushed them to work till death due to starvation and disease. The Great Purge is what they called, where whoever opposed Stalin was killed. Number 1. Mao Zedong from 1893 to 1976. Mao Zedong, or Mao Zedong, said to be the founding father of the People's Republic of China, the most brutal dictator ever in history. His policies and rules killed and caused the death of as many as 49 million people, which tops the list of brutality and evil. He started programs like the Cultural Revolution and Great Leap Forward, which led to the death of around 20 million people due to starvation. About 2 to 3 million people were killed systematically by this regime. This makes him to sit in the first position of the top 5 brutal dictators in world history. And now, take a deep breath and relax. This ends the top 5 brutal dictators of the world, and I'm sure you would be thinking that what hides a man can go satisfy his evil ego. The conclusion is, life is very precious. It is an opportunity to experience the beautiful world and to help the needy. But few nations, bad and some brutal evil people take control of the greatest positions and political power instead of keeping and protecting the peace of the nation. They cause the destruction of their own people and land.